Here are 7 things that you need to know when working with property deal sources, and make sure you stick around for number 6 because it is an absolute deal breaker. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Johnny Marsden. If you're new here, let me give you a brief introduction to me. I've been working in property now for a little shy of 15 years and investing the entire time too. I've used investor finance from the very first deal to my very last deal, and I've paid back my investors hundreds of thousands of pounds over that time. I've also been lucky enough to work with some of the UK's largest and most successful house builders. I'm now working in property full-time as a property sourcer and investor. If you would like to work with me, you can just click the link below to find out more, or we can book in a free, no obligation discovery call to see if we can actually work together. If you like my content, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get back into the video. Number 1, are they compliant? Being compliant means, have they done their anti-money laundering training? Are they part of the ICO or the Information Commissioner's Office? And are they part of a property ombudsman? It's so easy these days just to say you are a deal sourcer, but unless you have these things in place, you cannot legally source deals on behalf of other people. If you're an investor looking to work with a property deal sourcer, make sure they are compliant. Number 2, what sort of language are they using with you? Now, I don't mean things like pal or mate. Some people like that, some people don't. I say it all the blinking time. I'm talking about using words like your money is safe, or I can guarantee you profit, I can guarantee you rent. No one offering to find you a property should be guaranteeing you profit or guaranteeing you any rental. There's also a risk with every single investment. So your money is never quote unquote safe. Make sure you do proper due diligence on this person and on the deal itself, weigh up the risk, mitigate the risk, and then make an educated decision on your investment. Number 3, what is their past history? Now, not everybody needs to have an extensive background in property. They can have really strong transferable skills from other businesses that they've ran or other businesses that they've been involved in, and these skills can be transferred over to deal sourcing. You're going to be looking for things like money management, finance management, project coordination, organisational skills, anything that falls under the banner of what you might want in someone that's going to be handling large amounts of money on your behalf. But really and truly, what it boils down to is you want to see their delivery track record and how successful they have been with others. Make sure you can work this out before you decide or commit to work with anyone. Number 4, how well do they know their area? Now, when you're working with a property deal sourcer, you want to be confident that they understand their investment area, which will in turn become your investment area. If their first idea, their plan A, if you like, for a strategy doesn't work, what is their plan B? What is their plan C? What information can they back it up with to show that a plan B or a plan C will actually work? I would highly suggest in questioning them on their knowledge of their local area, but also on their knowledge of their strategy. A great way to do this is to ask them about their council's local plan. The local plan essentially helps guide decisions on future development proposals. Number 5, do the numbers look too good to be true? I've always been told if something looks too good to be true, then it probably is. You have to ask yourself sometimes, if this deal is so good, surely they'd be able to raise the money themselves and purchase it themselves. Now, it doesn't always work like that. This is not a rule of thumb, but this is definitely a question you should be asking yourself before committing to anything. What I'd recommend is question them as much as you can and then make an educated decision on your investment. Number 6, I said at the start of the video that this is an absolute non-negotiable for me. You need to find out where they're keeping or holding your money. Your money should be going to a third-party solicitor, a company like Stripe, or into a specific client's money holding account. My suggestion would be to opt for the first 2, either a company like Stripe or a solicitor third party where they can hold your money for you. This way you are mitigating an element of risk of the deal sourcer running off with your cash. If something like this isn't on offer from your deal sourcer straight away, recommend to them that it's something you'd like to do, see what their reaction is. If they pull back straight away, maybe that's a cause for concern. My guess would be that a good deal sourcer I certainly would do this. They would let you put your money into a solicitor client money holding account. So a third party basically have the responsibility of your money, meaning the deal sourcer can only access it once the deal is done, or something within the contract, which means they can only access it at a certain time. Number 7. Talking about contracts just there really easily moves me on to this last point, and it is, how does the contract read? The contract is obviously so important because this is how you are contractually obliged to pay your deal sourcer. On the flip side, this is contractually how your deal sourcer is obliged to find you a certain type of investment. Good deal sourcers, in my humble opinion, will normally charge a fee up front to go and search for a property that really matches your predetermined criteria. Now, there are a lot of bad deal sourcers out there. They will ask for upfront fees and they will run away into the night with your money. That's no hiding away from that. There's been a lot of horror stories. To combat this, make sure that whatever you're writing into the agreement is worth more than the paper it's written on. And by that, I mean there should be certain clauses. For example, there should be a clause where the deal sourcer is locked in to finding you a deal within a certain amount of days. Personally, I work on 90-day terms. Once you've signed up, I'll have 90 days to find you a property that matches the criteria that we spoke about. That criteria is also written into the contract. Make sure they're able to do that for you too. Additionally, if I'm not able to find you a property within 3 presentations of a deal that fits your criteria, there should be a refund clause in there. If I present someone 3 properties and all 3 don't match up to what we've spoken about before, I will happily give a refund because I've not done my job properly. But the one caveat here is, if you are just changing your mind or constantly changing your mind, meaning the criteria is changing all the time, that's not my problem. We've contractually written in that the criteria that I've got to abide by is this, but now you've changed your mind to something else. I personally will give you like one more go. So it's kind of a 3 strikes and you're out rule. I'll look at one property. If you change the criteria, then fine, I'll do a second. And if the criteria changes again, then I'll do a third. But after that, we'll be done. Writing something like this into the contract makes you both accountable. I hope this helps you when you're going to look for your next property deal and working with a property sourcer. If you'd like to work with me, you can click the link below, fill in your details and download the free PDFs, or you can just sign up for a call with me straight away, a free 20-minute discovery call, no obligation to take it any further, just to work out if we can actually work together. As always, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.